Hello, hi there, lovely Scorpios, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Bella, the Secret Psychic, and this is your yearly forecast or overview in a very general way by me, Bella, the Secret Psychic, and how I work is I work with my spirit guides. So it's kind of then giving you the key themes to help you kind of navigate through what should be a really awesome year for most people. It's a very foundation setting year. Start of a new life cycle for all of us, shifts in energy, all of that kind of stuff, for the positive, for the good, for the better. And so all I can say to you really is hopefully this will help you sort of mull through some things for you to consider as you start your journey at this exciting time in all of our lives, really. So for those of you who've not used my services before, just look at the links below. There's links to my website, my services, and also my Facebook community where I give some live weekly talks on all things spiritual. As well as more information about me as well, and also links to my other videos that I do as well. So I'd like to just jump right into kind of what my guides are indicating that you need to be thinking about or considering as we go into January. Is I get a feeling in a sense from you that things are going extremely well for you at the beginning of the month, but it's more about how you feel about things, but in particular for lots of you about how you feel about people or a person. It feels to me that somebody in your life has disappointed you, and I'm not necessarily saying that this is a romantic connection. This could be anybody that is personal to you that has given you a sense of disappointment, but also about a sense about whether you can trust their words, because it feels to me that they've got a lot to say to you that feels very positive, and I think is very positive, and I get apologies, I get all that kind of stuff, but I just get from you that you're just not sure whether you should trust them. Because I feel here that there's words, but I think it just needs to be backed by actions. And perhaps let's say that they're a bit slow with their actions, that is making you feel this worry about whether you should trust them, particularly after the year that some of you have had with this particular person, that you're just not sure. You know, it's almost like you've got what you wanted and you hoped for and you wished in terms of them saying and doing the right thing or appearing to, but you're just not trusting them. And it's leaving you to contemplate a lot of things about whether you even want the connection anymore with that person, despite you wanting it for a long, long time. And I just get to you withdrawing from that situation, and I feel it's temporary, and I feel here in a way the energy of that person doesn't seem to go away. It feels like they want to try to prove a point or prove they're right or prove their feelings or whatever this is, or to be better, around you. So again, this person could even be connected to work for some people. They are going to be trying to be accommodating, to be better, to be everything. But it's you that has this feeling of distrust, basically, around whether it is worth it. And I feel basically, if for some Scorpios, you'll make a decision basically in March about whether you really want to cut them out of your life or cut yourself away from them or the environments, or whether you basically stop looking at the negative on this and allow them to give you what it is they're trying to give you. Because I get from whoever's energy, they are trying to be better, they want to be better, and they do want to be around your life greatly. So you will make a decision in March, one way or the other, about whether you can accept that, forgive that, or whether you move on, basically. Either way, whatever decision you make, whether you're staying it or you don't, you're giving yourself, my guides are saying, you're allowing yourself to be free, you're allowing yourself to love, you're allowing yourself to be loved. And to be accepted, or to it's like nurturing kind of energy. I've been saying that word quite a lot when I've been doing this readings, but there is a kind of theme that's coming up with you, and particularly as you get to April after you've made this decision. So for those of you who have made decisions to allow that person to, or to trust them basically, and to allow that to flow, then you'll give the nurturing back, and it becomes a very super important, powering, loving connection where you nurture them and help them grow, and they nurture you, and you grow and develop as well. And if you choose to walk away, you're going to be doing that for yourself anyway, or you'll be allowing the energies of new people in your life, or those who already exist in your life who give you that, to fill that void. So you can't really lose. If you do choose to have that person around, then they will continue to put in hard work. So I think it's important for any decisions that you do make, that you're not going to be sacrificing your heart or your emotions or whatever, you know, for it to go pear-shaped, basically. You need to trust that they are different, because it's different energy we're in than it was from last year. I feel that whatever's happened, there's been a lot of learning and a lot of growth, basically. So anyway, I think that's enough about connections unnecessarily. That seems to be quite key and quite important for some of you at the early parts of the year. But as we kind of go into May, then it becomes very work focused for you. You're starting to kind of nurture that aspect of you in terms of career and work and what direction you want to move in. And that's where you start really laying some foundations. So the early part was probably laying about the right kind of foundations, where you're accepting the new foundations that are very positive foundations in that connection. And now it's time for focus on the practical matters of life, work, career, study, that sort of aspect. And you doing that, but doing it very carefully, very, very, very well, and you being noticed for it, and you being rewarded for it, and you feeling some peace and harmony as we go into sort of May and June, that you've got a grip and a grasp of that. And you feeling, as we get into June, and I've noticed this about all the star signs, that June is quite a important key month for actually feeling completely balanced. Like you have your house in order, and you have your work in order, and everything is just good. Balanced, well, you're feeling good about things. You haven't got that kind of doubt or that worry lingering in the back of your mind that's been distracting you, as you did at the early parts of the year. So then as we go into sort of July and August time, I feel here it's just about, it's like you are increasing your knowledge almost a little bit. So there will be, for lots of you, learning something new, studying something or learning something new. You've been given some responsibility to learn something, which in a way helps you learn a lot about yourself, because I feel what it is, it's challenging, but good challenging, that actually you feel very proud of what it is that you're learning and achieving, which then helps you to invest or put growth into something else in your life. So for you, if you run your own business, it's about using what you've learned to actually then apply it and put it into practical terms. If this is about something you studied, that you actually will go into that job. So if you're just finishing a degree or your college course, that's the type of year you get into August, that you know that any successful contracts or job applications you're putting in at that time will come and be successful, because you've learnt, you have all the skills, you have all the knowledge base. You need to trust that. So the success of that foundation building for you is there. And then as we go into September, that's when you see the fruits of it. So I get here lots of contracts, lots of jobs being offered, lots of promotions being offered, lots of contracts if you're self-employed or growth happening in the August-September period for you greatly. You seeing it manifest and you feeling really super good. And there you are again. Everything is balanced and you're juggling things super well, and you're feeling really proud about it and really pleased about it. You've got harmony in every area of your life as you go into the October months. And you just it's this overall feeling of contentment, really. You don't have the same stress as you did at the beginning of the year. And then, unlike some other star signs, because November has always been coming up as a bit of the theme as it being a bit of a bummer month, really. But for you, I have to say, they're using the word inheritance. So inheritance, a win for some people, and getting money that doesn't have to be given back, basically, in large amounts of sums. So it could be a loan as well, it could be a grant. There's an cash injection. It could be just a bonus. But in that November period, there is disposable income for quite a lot of Scorpios at that time, and you deciding what you want to do with that, invest, spend, go on holiday, deposit for a new house. It's leading you, that kind of surprise money, is the only way that I can describe this, is leading you to make and set newer foundations in a different area that you hadn't quite considered because you didn't have the funds for it. This could be a car, it could be anything, all right? It just leaves you feeling in a good place, because you've had everything harmoniously there, and then you've got this other extra surprise, this kind of cash injection around the November period. It could be a tax return. I said it could be anything that then allows you to say, actually, I want to invest in this or this, and you do, and you feel good about yourself. I think a lot of you, travel comes up quite a lot, so some of you may be spending this on holidays. So look at December, movements and plans on moving, or again, vehicle related, anything that's to do with movement, travel seems to be what a lot of you seem to be proportioning and spending this new money on, whatever this is, if that makes sense. So as you get to December, my guides are saying here, you got the wind in your sails in a really super positive way. I feel just like when I did the Sagittarius reading, which was about super big substantial changes in a really positive way. Yours is there, but I would say as you get to the end of 2017, your year pretty much is going to be 2018, where you see that big substantial kind of growth change because of all of your journey and balance and harmonious stuff, and how you're supported in connections, as well as how you're supported in a work environment. That you have the biggest plans at the end of the year, so that you probably most likely are going into 2018 with the same kind of year that Sagittarius have had this year, which is like massive life changes, but in a super positive way. So people marrying, jumps in income quite substantially, but that's more 2018. But the plans of it and you knowing and the feel of it is definitely there in December. I do hope that's helped to give you a general flavour and general overview about the sort of key themes that are coming up for you in 2017. It's super positive. You've got that feeling, like I said at the beginning of the year, but it is a feeling, and you'll make a decision about it, one that's best for you. And when you do, that feeling goes away and everything flows harmoniously in all areas of your life. So I've been Bella, and I really hope that's been helpful. Do like and share if this has been helpful to you, or it may help other people. And if you want to know more about my services or have a private reading, then just visit the links below. It's been my privilege and pleasure to give you a reading on this subject today, and I do hope very much that's helped give you an insight today. Take care. Bye-bye.